Hey, what's up guys? This is LED Atlas and I'm here with,
Acids, me.
as you can see, we have the Black Ops trailer right in front of us. Yes, we were doing this off a computer. We just downloaded it and we found it to be easier than rather going into Vegas and editing and rendering. But here we are doing it right now over Skype, and we have a couple of things to talk about. Um, the first thing I found was at the 9-second mark. Oh, we found, I should say. You zoom into the guy like a cinematic, basically. Obviously, that is basically in theater mode. So, theater mode's obviously going to be in here.
Now, you were able to do this in in the original Black Ops, but I think it was kind of quite hard, and maybe they've made it easier to follow a player like that. And another thing I have to say about around this kind of time is the maps, the colors of the maps. They look a lot nicer.
Yeah.
On, I mean, this map still looks a bit grayish, but on Black Ops, pretty much every single map was all grey and brown and
Now,
horrible, apart from Nuketown.
yeah.
And this one looks a lot more
If
colourful,
you
and I'm not
if
like,
you look at the windmill, that shows there's
yeah.
interactive maps because the windmills are spinning. As you saw that in Black Ops 1 trailer with the rocket. But let's move on to the next point.
The next point I have to make is at about 18 seconds.
Oh, I know we forgot about the 10-second mark.
Okay.
If you look, I am Electro. We don't know who that is, but if you guys know who it is, because we saw a lot of people the first time we were doing this, and we'll mention that. But look at the gun that he's using, and look at the class slots, the perk slots. These three right here, you can see my mouse over it. These three are the perks. Now, look at this. There are two more for each perk. So this one will be blue, that one will be green, that one will be yellow. As you can obviously see, he has a knife, and these down here we haven't found a use for yet. But if you notice, down in the bottom right hand corner, it says 20 out of 100. That's obviously the M8A1. That's a gun in the game. He has his kill streaks right here, and it's set to burst fire. So, obviously, maybe they'll put it in as an attachment where you can select your fire, because every gun that I've seen this go on, it said select fire. So maybe it's not built into the game, but it's built in as an attachment.
Something I wanted to know was if you look at the box that has his loadout on it. I want to know, is that actually going to be in the game? Because if it is, I think it could be quite annoying.
No, there's no way it's going to be in the game.
I don't know.
You know
But
how stupid that would be?
yeah, it would be. That's what I'm saying about it. But if you look underneath the primary weapon, he's got something in the first box. I think that could be maybe the select fire.
Yeah, that might be the select fire attachment.
And then there's two other spaces. So this probably means that you can have 3 attachments on a gun as standard. Now, I don't know if that means they're going to be getting rid of bling or whatever the 2 perk thing was in the other games. I can't remember the name of it. And it looks like he also has 2 attachment slots for his secondary weapon.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Next to the perks, he has another 3 slots. So I'm guessing maybe you can get a total of
6 perks.
6 perks. Now something, but underneath at the bottom of this box, there's 3 spaces.
And those are
just don't.
Oh wait, those are empty now. We won't talk about them right now. We'll show them when it actually comes out in the trailer. All right.
Yeah,
All right. So let's move on. Oh wait, look at his kill streaks really quickly. It's from bottom to top. It's a precision airstrike, some type of Osprey gunner looking thing, and a helicopter. All right, let's move on.
At 18 seconds, you see him.
Oh wait. At 12 seconds, you see him throw this type of grenade. It's like an EMP grenade. I just want to go over that really quickly. And then he throws another stun. And then if you look at it, Wayne Newbington kills Matt TKS and DJ Vaughn. As you look at this, the points that pop up look a lot better than they do in regular Call of Duties. Also, you get 2 different types of tactical grenades. So
Now, when he kills the first person, it comes up with a purplish blue skull medal at the top, which is the revenge medal. So this must be the new kind of
yeah,
rewards for killing people in different ways thing, like if you had from Modern Warfare 2 onwards. And it didn't look that good in Modern Warfare 2 or any of the others. It looked kind of messy, but here it looks nice and clean. You know,
yeah.
just having a symbol to.
Alright, now let's move on. And at 20 seconds, I want to get the frame where you can see the dude. At 21 seconds, right here where my mouse is over, you can see a figure. The figure is not that noticeable. We saw it ourselves. And it's a square rectangle, like a square lens. So maybe you can customize your lens, or is this just the attachment? So they basically implemented wall hacks into the game. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah.
And if you...
Which,
Sorry,
this was something that was first done in Blacklight Retribution because the game developers were finding that so many people were using wall hacks. They just thought, okay, why not make an attachment or a perk or whatever this is, so that you can just see through walls and then people won't use that. The only problem that I have with it was in Blacklight Retribution, you had to switch to view through walls, and you couldn't shoot whilst you were looking through the walls. Whereas with this, you can. So
yeah, but
I'm afraid that it might be a little bit overpowered.
if you
Seeing
look
as
at it, it's not that noticeable. It's the only way you can really get viewed through the walls that like hard is if somebody's like walking their way up. And look at these levels; they're pretty high levels. Body Crasher, right here is the level 46, so they are pretty decently high levels. And
um
he's using the
yeah.
PDW 57 MMS full auto.
Something though that I would like to know is I wonder how long they stay. That kind of wall hacks thing stays up for. Like, will it stay up for the entire time that you have this attachment on, or can you only turn it on and off for about 10 seconds at a
I
time?
think it's probably on the whole entire time, but if you notice, it's really only close quarters, because
Yeah.
if you keep on playing through this trailer, up ahead there's a person in that smoke and you can't see them at all. But I say there's a range of 10 feet. Let's continue on with this trailer really quickly.
Um, Although I just want to
What?
say something. If you go to 25, you'll see there's a person well, you see he dolphin
Yes.
dives. So that means dolphin diving is back in the game. Obviously, we don't know yet whether they've changed dolphin diving, you know, changed the way you do it, or changed the kind of mechanics of it, whether you can dive further or,
And as you see,
or
I have it stuck on frame 26 seconds. You see a theater third-person shot of him, like, basically... It's just a theater third-person shot, I'll put it like that.
recovering
Yeah,
from the
recovering
dive.
from the dive. So, obviously, there's a recovery time. It might be a little longer than Black Ops 1, so that might be a good thing.
Something else, though, I just want to say is these gun sounds, they sound really, really much better than the other Call of Duties. Like, I've always kind of thought that the Call of Duty gun sounds are a bit like toy guns compared to Battlefield
Yeah.
guns. Um, but you know, there might be
If,
hope for these
yeah, if
guns.
you listen to it, it sounds different in different areas. So, therefore, if you're in an enclosed space, it sounds louder with more of an echo. But if you're in a... Well, not more of an echo, just louder. But if you're in an open space, there's more of an echo because it just keeps on going. The sound doesn't hit anything. If you guys know sound waves and all that shit, but it's more of an echo and like softer. So they did implement the Battlefield sound system. I just want to put that in. Let me get off of this frame. As you see, it's a couple frames later, 26. Wayne Newington kills Thursday Hammer. I love pointing out these names, but if you notice, he sees the dude through the smoke with the thermal, and it's a lot more clear. So I'm guessing with the smoke, you can see it like almost a thermal sight, but through walls it's going to be a lot less faded. Well, more faded, because there's more mass there. So I'm just going to put that into perspective. Now, let's move on a little further.
The next thing is at 32 seconds. You'll see the guy here with the loadout on the
Yeah.
screen on the right. Now, a couple of things here. He has only used up 2 perk slot things, uh, which makes me kind of wonder. A, do you maybe have to unlock them for each gun? Like, are the perks specific to that gun? And maybe he's only unlocked 2 perks. So, like, in the same way that you would unlock attachments,
Yes.
you might have to unlock perks. Um,
Now, if you notice that his name's Run for Guns, I'm just pointing that one out. Look, look at the attachment. It looks like a little sight. I'm scrolling my mouse over it right now. It looks like a sight. And look at his scope. There's an ACOG right here, and then there's a red dot on the top. So that is the new implement of the LSAT hybrid sight. It's just called hybrid optic, but still. Also, he has his gun on full auto, so once again, we're pushing for this like single shot full auto shit, cause that's pretty cool. But let's just play on through it a little bit more. Also, you see him. You see him right here at this frame. He switches from the top to the bottom. And he did it pretty quickly, so it might be like a D-pad press. And people might just need to get used to that. Also, I really can't look at it, but it looks like blood money, the top. And it has the Grim Reaper picture. So we just wanted to point that out. And he puts up this radar looking...
solar
yeah, this
panel
solar
thing.
panel. I have it stuck at 37 seconds right now. Look at the solar panel that releases off heat waves, and let's look at... and now I have it on 38 seconds. Look at what's happening to the players. They're basically stunned. And let's move on a little. And he goes ahead, switches back to it, and kills both of the players. Now, I just passed a point, but let me move back a little. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to, like... there we go, fly swatter. So this is obviously another player. If you noticed, at the 42-second mark, look at his first... look right here when my mouse is scrolling over. His first, like, set of perks. He has 1 blue perk, 2 green perks, but no yellow perks. So, once again, this goes back to the theory of spendable points on your class. So say if they give me 15 points, I can have this class setup that he has right now. And look at the bottom left-hand corner of his class. It looks like a flak jacket. And in the top right, it says Los Angeles evac route.
So, I mean, the bottom perk thing, that kind of looks like an actual person, which made me think maybe there's person attachments now, so things like flak jacket, marathon, and sleight of hand, maybe instead of just being normal perks, they're person attachments.
Yes. And, well, obviously it's Los Angeles evac route, so the game is going to take place in America. Fuck yeah.
So this is like a hint to the story. I mean, obviously, well, it was pretty bound to happen in America anyway, you know, seeing as every single Call of Duty game happens in America. Treyarch never does anything to do with Britain, even in World at War, where a lot of the fighting was to do with Britain. No mention, not even once, of Britain. But anyway, that's just me going on a rant. Now you can see it's in Los Angeles, like Atlas said, and it's all kind of destroyed and things. So that could be something that happens in the main campaign. You know, Los Angeles gets blown up.
And I want to point out his kill streaks really quickly. He has a sentry gun, a attack helicopter, and some type of solar panel looking thing. I'm not sure if it's the same thing, but it looks something cool. Also, he has his gun on burst fire.
And the actual lens of his sight is red, so that's probably something like...
yeah, I forgot to mention that. Look at his lens in the bottom left-hand corner. If you can see it on my screenshot, my mouse is hovering over it. It is red. So, obviously, customizable lenses are coming back. I say this, we dissected this one a little well, so let's move on. Now, I am stuck on frame 45 right now. If you notice this thing, it's it's like a rotary helicopter. It is controllable by a person, so it is not automatic, like, or AI controlled. Now let's move on a little bit.
If you go to
Yeah, if you go
47,
to 47, it says destroy Dragonfire, and if you notice, he destroyed that fairly quickly. So once again, it's not going to be that overpowered. So there is a point of balance in this game.
just quickly, I want to say about this bus. Treyarch have actually got off their asses and made a new bus because I've seen the same Crossfire bus from Call of Duty 4 till Modern Warfare 3.
Look at this bus right here.
And they've actually made a new model.
Oh, alright, alright. Let's continue on after that statement. And you get a accolade fly swatter. But he just... And if you look at this, this is the screenshot of him actually using the Dragonfire. It looks like more modern. It's at frame 50 seconds, I should say. And he got Red Baron as another one. And now I'm at 55 seconds into it. If you look at this, it's a nice... It looks like a Stinger. Like a new version of a Stinger with like the control pad out. And it locks onto this helicopter. And it's just the FHJ-18AA. So this is going to be the Stinger of the game. Now let's move on a little more. Obviously you need to lock onto it. Look at this person's sight at 1 minute. This might be a new form of ACOG. We don't know. Maybe if you have an ACOG now, you're actually going to look into it rather than looking around it. Who knows?
If you go to before he looks into it, it looks just like a holographic sight until he looks into it.
Let me go right there. Back to Dragonfire Club. Yeah, it looks like a holographic sight if you look at it pretty quickly. Oh my god, I just realized. Look at his class. I did not see his class on the wall until right now. He has 2 perks. He has like a tiny look. He has a thing that looks like a penis right there. He has 2 like I guess like attachments to his body, and he has a grip and a holographic sight. So this is the AN-94, which I believe is the AK basically. So maybe you guys want to check that out.
And then here we've got these riot
shields. The riot shield's right in front of him. Let me just move on so you can see what they do. The riot shields do look more modern. As you see, they have a light on it, so they changed the look of the riot shields. Now, if you noticed, you just saw him put down the riot shield and run away. This is a U.S. Marine, as you see on his little thing. So the U.S. people are in this game. Now, as you notice, you saw the guy look into the riot shield, and when I first watched this, like right here at this frame, I thought this was the sight of looking into a riot shield and he's shooting at everybody. Meanwhile, I was wrong. You can just put them down and run away. So that's another factor. And sorry, I just want to point out the reload that he just did. The reload, they did a couple of different reloads, which looks pretty cool. What do you want to say?
If you keep playing on, and then the helicopter comes along and drops something, kind of in the same way that like a care package would, and it drops this AI drone thing.
Yeah, well, it's not AI because it says hold to exit.
Well, yes, and you can then control it like you said. Now, something I think would be cool is if you could maybe, like, when you exit it, see it says hold X to exit. Maybe when you get out of it, either a teammate could get in it, or you could go back to it and get in it again, or until you go and get back into it, it's staying there in the same way that a sentry gun would, and just like moving around, just staying in one position but looking around and killing people.
If it's an Iron Man suit or if it's a controllable thing from like a computer. So we don't know that, and I think we should continue on. Oh wait, we just found somebody, and he only, let me just go back a little to maybe 113, that'll be the point. And right here, he has 6 perks and only a pistol, and he has 3 attachments. Now let me just move back 1 more second so you can see what's going on. And sorry, I'm like Oh my god, I can't get to that point. I'm gonna kill somebody. Oh, I'm gonna kill somebody. Alright, one more time. One more time. Alright, look. This got a better screenshot of it. He has 6 perks, and he has one... He has one, pistol. Ignore that. And he also has 3 body perks, like, as is mentioned before. The pistol name is the Raging Juice. It's semi-auto. He has his kill streaks right here. This may be support kill streaks. And if you look closely, his name is only used in blade. So that's obviously, you know who it is, only used in blade. And watch this.
Hey, can I just say something a minute? My mum just came in. I don't know if she was on the commentary. So if you could, like, cut out that bit. If you go back to where you actually just found that
Yeah,
guy's...
use blade only, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mostly use me blade. Right, if you go back to that and if we kind of, like, start again
I already
from there.
explained most of it, sorry. But, I'm up to the 118 where it says Body Crasher. And look at his emblem. That obviously means there are new emblems, so I'll just put it like that. They're new emblems. And he pulls out a ballistic knife type thing. And he goes ahead and knifes this dude. Tomahawk went and hit him in the face. Now, if you look at this frame, I'm at 126 right now. He has a OSR or MSR 50 customized, I think. We were talking about this before, that how they probably rendered this out in like 480p so we can't see that much. And it's obviously, it's a semi-auto sniper. And just look what happens. He quick scopes the guy, 1 shot, 1 kill. He pulls out a second gun, the Ballistilla customized. And this is where it gets interesting. He gets a triple collat. And obviously you see him do the cinematics of all 3 of them dying, and it's 4-piece on the top.
Now, I just want to say something quickly. Originally, we thought that he kind of took off the scope of the gun. Because if you look, it looks like they've cut the animation away, so that's what he's doing. Yeah, but we realized
that he actually took off the... He switched weapons, I should say. And if you notice, this looks like a sniper. I'm pretty sure it's a sniper. Maybe they brought back snipers that don't need to have scopes on them. Because if you remember from, I believe it was World at War where they had snipers that didn't have scopes. So, like, they had rifles, they had like 4 different classes of rifles. So let's continue on in this. And right now we're at 135. And this looks like a tac insurgent. He goes ahead, it flips over, and switches. Now, I want you to look at the top right class system. He only has, he has 2 blue perks, 1 yellow. He has attack insurgent. He has 2 perks for his gun, and he has a body perk. Now, look at the name. If you don't recognize that, I say you go check out Machinima right now. Shotgun Sark. I love Call of Duty. I want to mindfuck them right now. I'm sending a telepathic message to Sark right now saying thank you. Because I think he might have done this on purpose. If you look on his gun, they're showing a laser sight. They are showing a laser sight on his gun. So, obviously that means there are laser sights in this game. And I want to thank Sark for doing that.
Another thing is, though, it looks like when he fires this gun, it's kind of automatic, but it's like a shotgun. So it's kind of like an underbarrel AA-12 type thing.
Let's just play on a little. He also threw a C4 right there, and he goes ahead. Yeah.
That's nothing.
If you look at this, 145, there is a dive bombing plane that comes in and kills that dude. Now, here the future is black. I just stopped it right here so you can see the dates. 2025, 6/19/25. That's obviously when the war starts, but let's just continue on. We're almost done with this.
I see it go to 2 minutes, right? And it starts this new
Yeah.
like shoutcasting thing, which made me think: is this an addition to theater mode where you can like record your voice and make a commentary out of it? Because Call of Duty wants more exposure on YouTube. They want to get back to that number one
Oh
top
wait, now
gaming
let me go
spot
back a
where because
little. If you, yeah, I just phrased
if
the
you
stream.
just
It says Team Deathmatch Turbine, and if you notice, there are 3 different teams. So they might be bringing in maybe 14 Team Deathmatch. Like I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 people on each team. Cause look, first place is 23, second's 23, third's 22, and Wayne Noobton is
now,
obviously the person that's playing this.
now something else that this could be though is maybe it's just a team deathmatch, but the person, see, Wayne Newton is watching. Well, the person that's watching Wayne Newton, uh, he's watching Wayne Newton on Milta. Now, does that mean that this Wayne Newton is third because it has the kind of same logo,
Oh
and
yeah,
then there's the next person is second, and then there's
yeah.
somebody with 20 at the top. But then I also thought, well, because they're different symbols, maybe is that the symbol for each team? Um, so like the symbol that Wayne Newton has would
Yeah.
be the Milta
And also,
symbol.
just saying, we forgot to mention this, but if you noticed, I believe it was one of the snipers that we were talking about. It was golden. So there are golden guns in this game. And let's just play on this, and you can hear the rest of the shoutcast that he does.
I don't know if this is
That
anybody special
shoutcasting,
as
yeah.
well. The shout,
But
yeah.
I think we like done
Uh,
everything. If you know who did the shoutcast, please mention it. But I believe that's it, and that's the end of the trailer. And obviously, pre-order Nuketown,
I'm
to get Nuketown, and I believe that's it. Do you have any more comments?
I mean, it's just about the shoutcaster thing. I mean, like, I believe that the most famous shoutcaster is the guy from Optic, the shoutcaster from Optic. So I don't know if that's maybe him. I can't remember what his name is, and I can't remember what his voice sounded like. Just I know that he was
Alright,
American.
well,
So,
I believe that's it,
um,
right?
yeah,
Alright,
that's
so
that's all I can really
sub,
think of.
comment, likes, check out RLB. We got another analyzing video up. I think ours might be a little more in depth, but that's really it. So check out RLB. Check out Acid's channel. Of course, he's the feature director of the month because he's special, and I'm probably one of the newest directors. So check out my channel, and that's really it. So see you guys.